Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. You can find me on Instagram at Nicole Makes Plans, and you can find my website at NicoleMakesPlans.com. Today I wanted to do kind of like a breakdown of how I budget my paycheck from scratch. I did a kind of like bullet journal setup of my paycheck, but I didn't really show how I got the numbers or anything like that. So I wanted to do that today just in this regular notebook. This is a Mead 5-star, I think it's 9x6, 9.5x6 notebook. I believe it's college rule. And then I'm going to use this Sharpie S Gel pen. It's 0.7. It's a little thicker than my usual Uni Jetstream, so hopefully you'll be able to see it better. So let's hop in. So I'm just kind of going to do my paycheck budget from my August 12th paycheck. So I'm going to put that at the top. At the top, I start with my income. So that looks like paycheck. And then I'm going to leave a space for other and then the total. And I think for this video, I'm going to leave off my income. I'm kind of playing around with like if I want to share that information or not, but I do think like salary transparency is definitely important. So definitely thinking through that, but I'll leave it off for now, but I'll use all the rest of my real numbers. So I'm going to do my fixed expenses. And for me, that looks like my mortgage, internet, my car payment, phone bill, student loan, electric, water, and gas for my house. And then I'm going to do the total under that. So for this, for my paycheck, I kind of just go off of the basis that I tend to get 2 paychecks per month. I'm paid bi-weekly and I'm a salary employee, so generally my paycheck is about the same, although there's been some fluctuations lately, but yeah, so I kind of just go off of that. If I happen to have 3 paychecks in 1 month, great. It's kind of, I look at it as extra savings. And I don't really budget any different so far. I'm pretty new to budgeting, so maybe that'll change in the future, but for right now, that's what that looks like. So the way I find out my mortgage for my paycheck is paycheck budget is I look at my entire mortgage payment, which is $871. I split expenses with my boyfriend, so I divide that by 2. So I'll do that real quick. 871 divided by 2 is, and I tend to just round up. Let me divide this by 2 again. So it was about 435, we'll say. And then I divide it by 2 again for me, for my 2 paychecks for 1 month. So divided by 2. And that comes out to about 218. So that's the number I use to budget for this paycheck. For our internet bill, it's $50 total. So again, I divide it by 2 because I split it with my boyfriend. So that is $25 for the month for my portion. And then I divide it by 2 again, which is like 12.5, but I just rounded up to 13. For my car payment, it's $309 for the month, and then dividing it by 2, so it's half per paycheck, so that's about $155. Our phone bill is $100 for both of us, both me and my boyfriend. I divide it by 2, which equals $50, which is my portion for the month, and I divide that by 2 again, which equals $25. For my student loan, I am paying $100 toward it per month. even though like student loan payments are like frozen right now. I'm still just paying it on it because I want to just try to like get ahead and pay less interest over time. So dividing it by 2, which is 50. So I'll put this here. Electric fluctuates. So that's definitely complicated. I'm kind of just budgeting based on what electric was last month. And it's still pretty hot outside. We're definitely using our AC. So last month our bill was $256. So I divide that by 2 between my boyfriend and I. So 256 divided by 2 is that right? I messed that up. 256 divided by 2 is 128. And then I divide it by 2 for my portion. So that is 64. So I'm actually going to put that over here. And then for water, again, that fluctuates, but it tends to be about the same. So it's $65 per month. Me and my boyfriend split that bill. So that equals 5 divided by 2 is, it's about 33 divided by 2 equals about 16, but I round up, so I'm going to do 17. For our gas bill last month, it's 56. This heats our home, but since it's summer right now, it's pretty low. So I'm going to keep that number the same from last month. We split this bill, so it's divided by 2, which is 28, and then divided by 2 again, and that is 14. So the total for all of these I already did, although that was using a different thing. So I'm going to do 218 plus 13 plus 155 plus 25 plus 50 plus 64 plus 17 plus 14 equals 556. So from there, I go to my variable expenses. So for me, that looks like food, gas for my car, and then other. And people definitely break down other differently than I do. I kind of just throw it all into one category. I kind of wrote it out kind of what that looks like for me here. So I try to rank it by priority. So if there's some small variable bill that comes up, I try to pay it for my other category. The second most important thing is like household and toiletries. And then there's probably some other stuff between, but the last thing I should be spending that other money on is like fun. So that's kind of like how I rank it by priority during the week. Not always perfect, but it's kind of just what I'm using for right now. So for food, I am budgeting $100 per paycheck. For gas, it's $50 per paycheck, and for other, it is $250 per paycheck. So this is 200. It's $100 per week for food, $25 per week for gas, and then $125 per week for other. So that's kind of like how I think of these expenses. And I came up with these based on tracking my spending and like actually literally writing down like how much I was spending each week and like figuring out what I was comfortable with and what I didn't really like, and also thinking through what portion of my income that is. And I'll get into that in a moment. So this combined is $500 for variable expenses. So down here, I'll do like the balance. So that looks like income minus my fixed expenses minus my variable expenses, which for me, that equals my savings. And I also think about the percentage of my income that is. So I want this ideally to be close to 20%. So up here, I'm going to kind of show like how I come up with this savings goal. So for example, for my paycheck, this paycheck, I'm not going to share what that is this time, but I multiply it by 0.20, which is 20%, which is my goal right now, to save about 20% of my paycheck. Times. So for this particular paycheck, it looked like it was about like 270. So I'm wanting this number to be about 270. So for my income minus my fixed, which is 556, minus the variable, which is 500, and then my savings. So I'm going to do that to the side as well. 249. I have that done over here actually. So based on these numbers and my paycheck, this savings number was actually 293, which is good because that came up to 21%, which meets like this savings goal that I wanted up here. So that's good. So that's kind of like a breakdown of how I find some of these numbers for my budget. If this makes sense, great. If you have any questions, definitely comment below. I'm new to budgeting and definitely new to like explaining how I come up with it and what I do. And there's definitely things I could probably be doing better that might make more sense. But yeah, this is what my budget looks like for my paycheck for August 12th. If you like this type of video, give this a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or any video requests that you want me to film, comment below. Subscribe to my channel. I usually do plan with me's and my bullet journal and flip throughs, but I am considering starting doing more budget videos. So if you like that, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know the next time I post a video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.